Hi, it's me, Jody. Capstone is over and I feel like our project made a solid, if not glamorous, contribution to the field of HCD. As our sponsor asked and our design question noted, in our world of increasing remote meetings and brainstorming sessions, we work to resolve some real problems that make hosting and participating in whiteboarding meetings difficult. Focus mode empowers facilitators to keep participants focused and engaged in a spotlighted session and avoids distraction and the infinite whiteboard dilemma. Sandboxes provides participants with a private or group workspace in which they can work on ideas and solutions before sharing with the group. This way they can feel less self-conscious and more confident in their contributions, and they're more likely to participate towards the facilitator's goal. So did I learn anything? Of course I did. I learned to face challenges like working collaboratively with a team with whom I had a rocky start and where there was little trust. This was often frustrating since many times I suggested ideas that were rejected and later experts or testers recommended those very ideas. I learned when to stand up for my ideas and when to let things go, how to compromise. Time was a struggle. We all had different schedules and I don't like working at the last minute, but the rest of the team had to. Regardless, we still didn't have enough time to do all the testing we wanted to do. User and usability testing recruitment was a challenge. Getting a diverse pool of testers, people from different industries, backgrounds, and abilities was difficult. My own networks were exhausted after 2 years, though I found people through other channels, but my teammates mostly found other students. Therefore, I was never sure how well our usability testing represented actual users. However, some great things happened over the course of winter and spring in Capstone too. The networking opportunities gained me some great contacts, and after Showcase, a promising job lead. While I learned so much from traditional on-screen UX design, I learned that is not what I want to do. I can take all the skills I have gained in HCDE and UX design, however, and bring them over to what I have learned I want to do, XR UI design and storytelling. In tandem with Capstone, I have been taking classes from other schools in UI design and XR and game UI design, and have ideas on the kind of work I want to do with XR. Very exciting! While there are many more changes and tests I wish we could have done to say our project was truly successful, I feel proud of our work. Strong points included the fact that I was able to be fully invested in the full UX design process on a product I care about and that I want to see succeed. I believe in our purpose and design statement, and I believe in our features, focus mode and sandboxes, could be very helpful for people in remote meetings as well as brainstorming sessions. The weak points were that we did not get a diverse pool of testers, so I do not feel confident that our features would be successful for people with accessibility needs or who are neurodiverse. My teammates were less concerned about this, but I have a lot of DEI experience and I have worked on accessibility design, so perhaps I am more aware of this aspect of design. I expanded my knowledge of HCD and my creative and technical processes. I had to curtail my creativity to work with the group, good practice for industry. Also, many people did not understand why I conducted additional research on technologies that might be used as I work with developers and engineers. I like to be prepared, knowing what is viable technologically when presenting design concepts. Designers are cross-functional. Designers are tech people. Siloed thinking can be the downfall of a designer. Future ethics issues stemming from focus mode could include issues with big remote conferences and co-facilitator sessions where users work from different computers and operating systems and may have a difficult time syncing their whiteboards in the outline, though we've recommended Microsoft Teams explore this. A bigger potential ethical issue is around privacy and sandboxes, as there are always ethical issues around privacy. Intellectual property and plagiarism problems could all loom unless this feature is fully tested and explored. Timing sessions can impact people with a variety of mental health issues and learning difficulties, as timed sessions can cause stress and anxiety and affect performance in extreme ways. Should Whiteboard make sure facilitators are aware of this before they time box activity sessions? Our features are not completely WCAG compliant, especially in the size of our icons. This can make the experience of using the features difficult for users with visual challenges. Feedback we received at the showcase was homed in on icon sizing, and we're aware of necessary changes. Much of the feedback we received from the class was helpful, especially when we could work in depth with 1 to 2 teams and get to know each other's project. A challenge was that some of the pinups and activities were so fast, some of our peers were unable to grasp that our project was to be viewed from the role of a facilitator, and feedback was what participants would want and thus not usable. By the end, though, I feel everyone was invested in each other's project and sincerely tried to give constructive feedback. I certainly did, toward the success of other teams. A big success was a thank you message I received from a group in another section after my help. Observations from some of our peers also helped us to successfully iterate some of our tools and features as well. I learned that I could set aside things that are less important to me than they are to others. I don't have to lead. I learned that others need to be given the space to make their own mistakes. This was a eureka moment for me. I have learned that not every issue is a hill to die on, but also to stand up for ideas I believe in. This created a new comfort zone for me, bringing me out of a leadership mindset and into a team mindset. I grew as a designer, learning new Figma skills and prototyping shortcuts from my teammates, but also learning new design styles from others. And I learned what I do not care to repeat, such as what I call iterating to death. Over-iterating can be an exhausting waste of time, leading to stress and spats. I learned not to take biases against me personally, and worked to the best of my ability, take every possibility that I could to build new skills and strengths, and prioritize the success of the project for the stakeholders. I can only take responsibility for my own contributions. Thank you for an exciting Capstone experience.